So we'll appreciate you keeping us updated as we receive new information from the electric companies.
Going on for hours now, so we'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah. And our coverage of this winter blast does continue in Katy this morning.
KPRC 2 Sofia Ojeda is driving through that area now. Sofia, what are you guys seeing?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we've been driving for the past few hours now through Katy. We were up on the north side of Katy, coming back down now. We're headed westbound now towards Fulshire. Let me turn this camera around so you can have a look at the roadways here. Listen, some folks may think the sun's coming out and we're starting to see some sunshine. We can get outside and be in it and play in it. That is not the case. We've been driving through this, going about 15, maybe 10 miles an hour in some spots, and we've seen people hit these patches of ice. And because there aren't trucks coming out here and salting and plowing like they would in other parts of the country who are used to this kind of snow coming down, you're not going to get that ice to go away anytime soon. So long stretches of roadways are just sheets of ice, and people, you know, they don't necessarily know how to drive in it or what to do. And so we've seen cars hit those little patches of ice and they're spinning to one direction. We've seen several people pull over just to stop, just to be able to, I guess, figure out what to do, because it can be a really scary situation. We're headed into the Cross Creek subdivision here now. This is headed into Fulshire area. It is still Katy. We have reports thousands of people in this area are without power. They've been without power since about 2 o'clock this morning, 4 o'clock, 5 a.m. And like Amy said, they are thinking they're not going to be having any power for several hours into tomorrow. So a lot of them are depending on their devices, their cell phones that hopefully they've charged through the night for these updates and this information. But if you're wondering what to do as far as leaving your home to get to a warming center, for now, the best place, the safest place is your home. Even if it's cold, if you start to see your breath and you really got to figure out what to do with a heating situation, then yes, possibly consider leaving to go to a warming center. But if you can, the best thing to do really is to hunker down, put the coats on the kids, lots of blankets. Maybe your gas still works so you can warm up some hot water, coffee, hot chocolate, that sort of thing. But we have seen people out playing in the snow, taking walks, taking strolls. These are families that are without power, so they're coming out and they're venturing to check out, what's going on, what does it look like. Some kids were sledding. They were having some fun in these conditions. And I just want to throw this out to parents. If you can, try to make your kids really bundle up in those layers, because what I've seen is kids are just running out with a pair of sweatpants and what they have. But that's going to get wet really quickly. Your kid's going to get wet in the snow. They're going to be sledding. They're going to be playing. They're going to get cold really quickly. So make sure that you are checking on them when they're outdoors. Make them come inside for several breaks for some warm drinks, and then they'll be good to go and get back outside. But yeah, these are the conditions that we're seeing out here. Again, thousands and thousands of people in the Katy Fulshire area still without power this morning, have been without power for several hours. And they say they're just inside hunkering down, trying to figure out how long this is going to last. And again, like Amy said, you can bet it will last for several more hours, if not until tomorrow. So the best thing to do is make sure that you have your coats, your blankets, stay together, and this time will pass, and hopefully the power will come back on sometime tonight. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Hunker down. Sofia, before we let you go, I know that you've been driving around for several hours now. In addition to the ice and the snow on the roads, I know we're dealing with obviously widespread power outages, and that's impacting the traffic lights and the stoplights. Have you been seeing other drivers on the road sort of stop at those stoplights when they're out? Or when I was driving in, people were just sort of driving through and not even paying attention to them. What have you been seeing in terms of the power outages with the traffic lights?
Yeah, we have seen several vehicles out here, and a lot of lights are out. A lot of the lights are either completely out or they're blinking, so they're not working properly as they should be. We have seen really good drivers, and I mean, as good as you can be in these kinds of situations. So they're going slow. They are stopping at these lights that aren't working or don't seem to be working. They are mindful of their neighbor, the driver in front of them, trying to keep that distance. So for the most part, we really have seen people that choose to come out or have to come out in these conditions. They really are trying to drive safely and drive slowly and, not lose control of their vehicles. And I will say, on the other hand, when we were driving on 99, because a portion of 99 headed northbound is still open just until you get to I-10, and then those on-ramps are shut down because I-10, the flyovers are so high, those are frozen, covered in ice, so those are shut down. But we did see some people driving way too fast for these conditions, and that's when things happen. When you're driving too fast for these can hit that sheet of ice.
Yeah, we appreciate the update there, Sophia. And